Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the more interesting casting what-ifs of iconic movies past. But first, I want to start by saying a huge thank you for joining me on this exciting journey through film history. Your support means the world to me, so if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Alright, let's get into it. This is EZ Review's Iconic Movie Casting Facts. Did you know that before Tony Todd became Candyman's definitive face, producers considered casting Eddie Murphy for the role? Imagine the horror, and a dash of unexpected humor, if Murphy's star power had graced this urban legend. The idea was that Murphy's immense popularity could have given the film an extra boost, drawing in an even wider audience, and setting the stage for a groundbreaking twist on the horror genre. However, practical reality soon stepped in. By the early 1990s, Eddie Murphy was one of Hollywood's hottest talents, and his salary demands simply exceeded what the film's modest budget could support. But there was also a more subtle, yet equally important, consideration. Physical presence. Murphy stands at 5'9", and while his charisma is undeniable, the filmmakers were looking for someone with an imposing stature. Somebody who could truly embody the haunting legend of Candyman. Enter the late Tony Todd. A towering figure at 6'5", with a deep, commanding voice that would soon send shivers down the spines of horror fans everywhere. So next time you catch a glimpse of Candyman in a dimly lit corridor, or hear his name whispered in urban legend, remember this fascinating behind-the-scenes twist. Sometimes, the path to horror greatness is paved by unexpected casting decisions. And in this case, it was the practical mix of budget, star power, and sheer physical presence that set Tony Todd on the path to becoming an everlasting horror icon. And Eddie Murphy would still go on to give us 1995's Vampire in Brooklyn.
Paramount Pictures presents Eddie Murphy.
Do I look like I would bite you?
Angela Bassett.
You bet not. Not after the day I've had.
Eddie Murphy. Evil is good. And Eddie Murphy.
Trying to play hard to get up.
In a new film from the creator of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I love this place.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
You seen the Wolf Man? To the 25th power.
Rated R. Starts Friday, October 27th, everywhere.
Did you know that Christian Bale almost wasn't Patrick Bateman in American Psycho? Initially, Leonardo DiCaprio was set to portray the infamous Wall Street banker turned suicidal killer. However, concerns arose about the film's violent content and its potential impact on DiCaprio's fanbase, especially following his Titanic success. It's reported that activist Gloria Steinem advised DiCaprio against taking the role, leading him to withdraw from the project. This decision paved the way for Christian Bale to step in, delivering a performance that has since become iconic in the horror genre. Fast forward to today, and the character of Patrick Bateman is set to be reimagined once again. A new adaptation of Bret Easton Ellis's controversial novel is in the works, with Austin Butler taking the role of Bateman. This upcoming film promises a fresh perspective on the chilling tale, reportedly distinctively different from the 2000 adaptation.
We're not through yet.
Did you know that Bruce Willis was originally considered for the role of Sam Wheat in the 1990 film Ghost? At the time, Willis was married to Demi Moore, who played Molly Jensen in the movie. However, he turned down the role because he couldn't envision how a romance between a living person and a ghost would work on screen. Reflecting on this decision, Willis later referred to himself as a knucklehead for not realizing the film's potential. Then, of course, Paul Hogan, best known for his role in Crocodile Dundee, well, he was offered the role too, but he turned it down, opting instead to work on 1990's Almost an Angel. Other actors considered for the role included Harrison Ford, Michael J. Fox, Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, Kevin Kline, Alec Baldwin, and Tom Cruise. Of course, the role eventually went to Patrick Swayze, whose performance contributed to the film's critical and commercial success. Interestingly, 9 years after Ghost, Willis starred in The Sixth Sense, portraying a character who, unbeknownst to him, spoiler alert, is dead. A twist that became a defining moment in his career. Did you know that before Chris Pratt became the charismatic Star-Lord in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, several other actors were considered for the role? One notable contender was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. In 2013, following his success in The Dark Knight Rises, Gordon-Levitt was reportedly offered the role of Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord. He declined, however, to star in Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, a sequel to the 2005 critically acclaimed film. Also considered were Joe Edgerton, known for his roles in Warrior and as Uncle Owen in Star Wars. Edgerton auditioned for Peter Quill, but later reflected that he didn't really grasp the film's tone during his audition. He remarked, "I truly think that the world is a much better place that I'm not Star-Lord." Then there was Lee Pace, initially auditioning for Star-Lord, while he was ultimately cast as the film's antagonist, Ronan the Accuser. Follow that up with Zachary Levi, Eddie Redmayne, Adam Brody, and Glenn Hawthorne, who was the director, James Gunn's next choice for the role if Pratt declined. Ultimately, the role did go to Chris Pratt, whose portrayal of Star-Lord has become iconic in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hey, take those headphones off right now!
Did you know that Gene Hackman was originally set to direct and star as Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs? He acquired the rights to Thomas Harris's novel, with plans to bring the chilling story to the big screen. However, Hackman ultimately stepped away from the project. This decision paved the way for Jonathan Demme to direct, and Anthony Hopkins to deliver one of the most iconic performances in cinematic history. But it should be noted that The Silence of the Lambs was not the first film adaptation of Harris's work. In 1986, Michael Mann directed Manhunter, based on Harris's novel Red Dragon. This film introduced audiences to the character of Hannibal Lecter, portrayed by Brian Cox. Despite its stylish direction and compelling performances, Manhunter did not achieve significant box office success at the time. The modest performance of Manhunter may have influenced Hackman's decision to step away from The Silence of the Lambs, as he reconsidered the potential challenges of directing and starring in another dark thriller. Additionally, he had just recently portrayed an FBI agent in Mississippi Burning, and after reviewing clips of himself in that role, felt uneasy about taking on another intense character. These developments led to Jonathan Demme taking the director's chair and casting Hopkins, resulting in the film that became a critical and commercial triumph. That's a wrap on today's deep dive into the unexpected casting choices that could have changed cinematic history. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below sharing which casting twists surprised you the most, or suggest one of your own. Or hey, even suggest a movie, actor, or genre that you'd like to see me explore to some extent. And remember, if you enjoyed these insights, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. I'll see you next time.